How rare is the king cheetah? I just wrote my college genetics paper about the mechanisms behind king cheetah coats. It's fascinating stuff, but I won't get too into the details about periodic patterning morphology. But since you asked, the frequency of the king cheetah phenotype is so rare that it's only been seen 6 times in the wild since its discovery in 1926. The coat of a king cheetah results from lack of genetic variation, which is why the majority of these animals are born in captivity and have only been documented in populations derived from sub-Saharan Africa. It's caused by a monogenic trait with an autosomal mode of inheritance, the mutation of which alter the genes that control coat pigmentation and pattern formation. DNA samples taken from wild spotted cheetahs in Namibia, Tanzania, and Kenya did not show the mutation found in samples from those in sub-Saharan Africa. Yes, this is vague. Unfortunately, I couldn't find research that specified the location's sad face. This, in combination with the discovery of a base pair insertion in exon 20 found from in a captive male cheetah whose genome was sequenced, potentially indicates a frame shift mutation. To put it simply, the mutation most likely was introduced to a population through 1 homozygous animals and 2 heterozygous animals, the likelihood of which is slim to none. There's really not a lot of research on this. The researchers had to first use feral cat populations. A similar pattern appears in domesticated cats, but interestingly not Old World species. And use DNA from the animals being captured to be spayed, neutered in order to conduct their research. Likewise, at the time of this experiment, the domestic cat genome had not yet been sequenced and neither was the cheetah's. Eventually they were able to find a relatively large number of king cheetahs at a conservatory, and from there were able to carry out more research. There's still lots to be discovered, though not so much about the king cheetah. Scientists want to know more about why and how coat patterns and colors are established, how hair, nose, to grow a different color in one area, staying within a certain pattern and creating a border of demarcation, while the follicles right next to it are colored completely differently. Closing parenthesis. One of the most rare and elusive animals to exist on the planet today. A king cheetah is an exceptionally unusual big cat, identified by its creamy-colored base fur and 3 broad, black stripes down its spine. The shoulders, flanks and sides are marked with irregular motley splotches of dark to black fur, which is unusually thick, and the underbelly is white. The king cheetah is in fact a genetic mutation resulting from a recessive gene, like 2 plain-colored domestic cats producing a striped, tabby, kitten. In the case of the king cheetah, a quarter of the young born to 2 normal cheetahs, both possessing the recessive gene, will have the king cheetah markings and the rest will have normal markings. It is a very rare animal on all accounts, one of the rarest on the African continent. This unusual-looking cheetah, also known as Cooper's cheetah, was once thought to be a separate subspecies. But it is actually an African cheetah exhibiting a rare fur pattern mutation. A recessive gene must be inherited from both parents in order for this blotchy pattern to appear. First discovered in Zimbabwe in 1926, this very rare animal has been seen in the wild only 6 times. It has been known to exist in Zimbabwe, Botswana and in the northern part of South Africa's Transvaal province.